Alright, Giucopiano, let's go. He said he wants to play against Giucopiano. Let's see. Okay. Let's get some classical Italian going. D3. Now we can go D6. We can go A6. We can go A5. A5 has been really popular recently. I'm gonna start with D6. That's what I like to play myself. Because if black goes castle on the king side too early, then white may start an attack on the king side without castling. Okay, so that's why I like to wait first for white to castle, and then I'll castle as black usually. Alright, white plays b4, we go, okay, now we are forced to move the bishop back. Bishop e3, try to trade it. Okay, if he wants to trade it, now I'm ready to castle. If you trade the dark square bishop, it's very unlikely that white's attack will be successful on the king side. Okay, that's the indication. Now knight bd2, white delays the castle here, which I think may be a little problematic. When white delays the castle, black probably wants to strike in the center, and I like that right now, actually striking in the center immediately with d5. He takes d5, and now we can take with the knight, attack the bishop on e3, and attack the pawn on c3. Forcing white to, yeah, that's what I thought that he was gonna do, takes on d5 probably. But now we have a bishop here. d3 is a target. White's light squares are weak, I think. With queen e2, yeah, we can go bishop to f5, put the pressure on the d3 pawn. And you gotta keep in mind that white's king is still in the center. Okay, takes there. We could take on d3 attacking the queen, which would win a pawn. I think actually that's what I'm going to do. Because a takes b6 is also very good for black, but white will probably block or defend the d3 pawn with knight e4. So I can take on d3, intermediate move, attacking the queen first, and then I'll capture back on b6. So that should win a pawn. And also an important point to tie this to my previous comment, white king is still restricted or still stuck in the center, let's put it that way. Right there on e1. Okay, how to handle this knight b3 now? Actually, since we have an open file on the a file now, I really like queen takes b3 here. But queen b3, ab, rook takes a1, king d2. We're still definitely better there after rook a1. King takes d3, rook d8, but the question is that really necessary, or should we just go e4? I think it's much simpler to just go e4 here. No need to be fancy. Kick the knight away. Yeah, I was going to do it, but after e4, I'm assuming he's going to go knight d2 to defend the b3, so I won't be able to do it on the next move. That's the thing. He has knight d2, so I can't take now on b3 anymore, but okay, we should still be very comfortable here. I think what I will try to do is somehow now bring the attackers to the king. So I'll put the pressure on the e file first, and then I'm gonna try to bring the knight in from e5 and maybe f3. Or knight e5 c4 exactly. Yeah, looking real nice. He moves the knight around. Okay, now is the time. Takes. King here, bishop takes f1. You could do that, but again, I don't think here encouraging that kind of behaviors is a good habit. All right, queen to d4. Now this move might be asking for it. Okay, knight f3 check. Pawn takes. He has knight e3 to block it, so I don't want to sacrifice it quite yet. You could probably just move the queen back, and that would be fine. But also, yeah, taking on b3, there's something about it. Queen e6 does look very nice though, because knight, they're trying to block it, but let's go for the glory. Take on a1. Check. You can just probably escape, right? And now we can take the knight. So we have grabbed bishop, knight, and the rook. Oh wow, he gives us more. Bishop, knight, and the rook for the queen. After this trade, we have more than that. Okay. Let's take with the check. Okay, we actually have a little time, so we gotta play fast. I didn't notice we have that little of a time. We only have 30 seconds left. Okay, he goes there, check, and then I'll try to. Oh, he walked right into it, my friend James. I was trying to go king b2 and then rook a1 and try to threaten the checkmate here, but you walked right into it, my friend. You walked right into it. Good game. Good game, good game. Let's take a look. I will pull up the analysis board here and see how it went down. Let's see. So after d3, here d6, b4 goes back, bishop e3. I actually don't want to say that that's not a good move, but if you play b4, it makes a lot of sense to probably then follow it up with a4. Right now you're trying to trap the bishop on b6. I would probably play a5 here, and then you play b5, and then knight moves away to e7. But this way, at least the pawns are fixed on the queen side, right? And knight away from c6 is not defending the e5 pawn, so immediately when knight is on e7, pushing d5 will be unlikely. So if you choose to go with b4, then it probably makes a lot of sense to follow it up with a4 and b5. Okay, short castle knight d2. Now you're allowing central break. You always gotta watch out for this d5 break in the Italian, okay, with white. And especially if you put both bishops that close to the center, then you're basically inviting black to play d5, right? Because it will be attacking the both bishops, that first on c4, then on e3. So yeah, bishop e3, short castle, knight d2, and after d5, I think you're already worse here. If you're saying take here and then go knight e4, should probably be a little better, because now I can't go f5, you can go queen b3, and you have pressure along that diagonal. So I should probably slide king h8, and maybe now you go short castle. Okay, this is standard position. Now I would say that the pawn on b4 is probably a little weakening in this position. You probably want to have your pawn on b2 rather than on b4, but still, okay, it's still very much playable. And after bishop d5, now your light squares are extremely weak, so you're gonna lose some material here, and that's kind of what happened, right? You lost the d3 pawn here with an intermediate move, then your king got stuck in the center, and it was all downhill from here. Going forward. Okay, yeah, queen b3 was a little unnecessary. You're saying that after this trades, maybe you could have tried king b2 to flag me. I don't think you can, because I can go rook a8, and you're still gonna lose some material. If you can keep queen somehow on the board, let's say, and you try to hide, sure, you can probably try to flag me here since I have a little time. But c4, rook a2 check, king c3, rook c1. I saw this line actually, king here, knight check, and I thought you are losing some material here, which I think you are. You're losing a queen, and without the queen, I think I should be able to win with 15 seconds. Let's say king d3, knight b4 check, king d4, rook d2 check, and you're gonna lose the queen on the next move.